What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the debut album from the band Nexul, entitled Paradigm of Chaos. This is released on Hells Headbangers Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of El Paso, Texas, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, aggressive, blasphemous hybrid of both black metal and death metal. Yeah. My first introduction to this band was their 2013 debut demo entitled Nexul. Man, that was quite the impressive debut demo to come out with. That was just a very explosive release. It was only 3 songs long, but you could sort of tell what kind of ideas this band was bringing with their artwork, their aggression, their speed, their riffs, vocals, and artwork. It was just an incredible release to be listening to, just so much potential. And this is a band that features people who are involved in some very well-known entities within El Paso metal. Notably Nyoctobliz and Helvetron, respectively. 2 very well-established and well-regarded bands within Texas metal, but a band like Nexul has slowly but surely began to build their own pathway and thumbprint into underground metal. And they have done so not only with their attention to detail, but also with their live performances. Had the privilege of getting to see these guys 2 years ago at Hells Headbash Part 2. They were fantastic to watch, and saw them again at fucking Metal Hell, and they were great to watch. It only amped up my anticipation as to what they were going to be going for as far as a debut full-length is concerned, and once word got out that there was going to be an official full-length coming out, it only amped up my anticipation more. Like, will this material follow in the pathway of their demo, or will it be something a little completely different? But yeah, here we are with their debut full-length entitled Paradigm of Chaos. It's 12 tracks, and it clocks in at around 38 minutes in length. And right from the get-go, this is an album that will definitely see a spot within my top 20 of this year. And not only that, for the fact that this is an album that really personifies why these guys know what they know and do exactly what they do so very well here. The thing that stands out to me the most about Paradigm of Chaos is the fact that every single guitar riff and every single crazed solo and delivery delivered throughout this album just is executed so perfectly. I love that attention to detail about this record. These guys are very, very talented musicians. They know exactly how to weave a story very well, and they do so with effortless ease on this album. Listening to tracks like Hexecration, Dark God of Paradox and Eternal, Chaosifer Tower, just some very awesome attention to detail with these guitar riffs. It sounds wonderful. It's a very, very heavily toned sort of record, and it has that almost dark, dank sort of vibe and feeling going for it. You really feel like you're in the pits of hell listening to these guitar riffs. That really does sound very wonderful to listen to. There's a very good smooth bass line throughout this entire record. It keeps the ebb and flow going perfectly. A very good bottom end sort of touch to accompany the heaviness that lies within these guitar riffs. And there are so many memorable riffs to be listening throughout this entire record. Even the little interludes that go between certain songs towards the closing moments of this record give you that nice little sort of touch of intrigue and mysteriousness going forward with this album. The drumming on here is fantastic. I absolutely love this drumming. Very chaotic, very relentless, very unrelenting, I should say. A lot of fast blast beats, a lot of great drum parts. Just a very destructive and chaotic sort of drum performance, getting the best essences of both black metal and death metal with this drum performance. It really is awesome, keeping a really good and smooth pace throughout. The mid-pace parts work out very well. The faster parts are just break your neck sort of awesomeness. I just love that feeling about the drum performance. And when it comes to the vocals, I love this vocalist style. Not only is this guy a very awesome frontman, he has a great stage presence, a great intimidation, but he can bring the goods when it comes to the vocals. And here on this album, he delivers some very, very hellish sort of vocal performances, very dark, very bellowed sort of vocals going on. You hear that little touch of reverb added to the vocals, but it's not distracting, I would say. It really does sound great, very well worded, very well delivered, very good growls. There's some good mid-range sort of vocals going on here where you get a little bit more of an understanding of what type of hell and torment this guy is talking about. It is just a really, really fantastic sort of vocal performance to keep you going along and guessing what's going to happen next. So overall, this is an absolutely fantastic debut full-length, and like I said, I believe that Nexul are forming their own pathway into underground metal, and this is the album that I feel will get them right into the swing of things. I feel they're in the swing of things now, but things are only going to get better and greater for Nexul. So definite recommendation, definite buy. So if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Hexecration, Dark God of Paradox and Eternal. Leviathan Unbound is a very good track. Bringer of Pan-Dimensional Disrupt. And the 1-2 punch of the last two tracks of this record, Drowning Sephiroth and Leviathan. I'm pretty sure if you've seen Nexul live, you'll recognize the sounds of that last track. It's very awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a link in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Nexul Bandcamp, where there are a couple of tracks currently streaming right now. This album is scheduled to be released officially on Friday. You can order it through multiple formats: CD, cassette, 12-inch vinyl. This is an absolutely wonderful debut album, and the best will still be soon to come from them. So again, the album is Paradigm of Chaos by Nexul. This is released on Hells Headbangers Records. Go check this out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. Very sensational debut. El Paso just knows how to deliver great black and death metal. So if you happen to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Nexul, or any of you guys into Noctobliz or Helvatron, let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until next time, Armijo out.